Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, where the coffee's hot, the bikes are currently in pieces, and your comments are absolutely ridiculous. It is so good to see everybody here. We got Dave Brayman, my dad, coming in from Oklahoma City, Hoosa Islander, coming in from the great island of Vancouver, Easy Enduro from GJ, Jay Wild, what up, my brother? Eric Hall at 5280, James, we are all here. What is going down? We did another early one. I think I'm going to switch this thing up to 7 o'clock because it seemed like that was a good thing whenever it was the last time we did it. Last week? Anyway, did we do it last? I don't even remember. Seems like a good idea. Also gives me more time afterwards. Calvin Jones, what's happening? Michael Van der Sluice, what is going on? It is great to see you guys. Yeah, Punk Rock Club, Calvin. Yeah, coffee is lovely. Actually, interesting note, I just sent an email out to Black Rifle Coffee Company in hopes that maybe I can get a sponsorship deal with them where I'm an affiliate and hopefully sell some coffee for them and also get free coffee. There's my mom, Suzanne Spradling. Everybody say hi to my mom. Or again, like I've always said, she's going to come after you and punch you in the face if you don't say hi to her and also hit the thumbs up. So, trust me, it's a good thing. Brandon T is listening while you're at work. Right on. I hope you don't get in trouble. 5280 James says it rained all night. That makes hero dirt. Yeah, dude. Are you seriously taking a day off? Because if you are, that is phenomenal. I love it. Guys, super excited. We are not riding tonight, but we are riding the Death March this weekend. So if you guys are in the area and you want to come and suffer for a long day in the mountains over near Sargent's, come on over. I got the pin. You can email me, morgan@highland-cycles.com, and I will send you the pin for what we're saying. Marco, what's happening, my man? I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Marco is Italian. He lives here in I don't know if you live in Montrose or Delta, but he lives in the valley and helps run the big marble quarry that is up in Marble, Colorado, and has a big yard down here in Delta. Zach Farkash, that's awesome. Good morning. And 5280 James says, yes, he called in. God, that makes me happy, James. Marco's in Denver this weekend. Boo! That's no good. Dev, good to see you, my man. Let's see, just make sure I got everybody. David Beckmeyer coming from Cocoa Beach. Right on. Marco is in Montrose. Oh, there we go. There's our thumbs down. Oh, I love it. Honestly, it like warms my heart that some poor soul is out there wasting his time watching this long enough to give us a thumbs down. Cracks me up. And also not nearly bold enough to say anything. So, right on. Good on you. I hope you live a lovely life. Cody Roberts, what's happening? It's good to see you. Let's talk about racing dirt bikes this weekend because it was brilliant. We raced with Weeby Racing in Monte Vista, Colorado. It's actually outside of Monte Vista, Colorado. Someday it would be cool if we raced in Monte Vista, Colorado. That'd be rad. But Easy Enduro, probably a four-stroke rider. Oh, there he goes. My mom says, give me their name. I wish I could. I'm telling you, people, you do not want to mess with my mother. And they're too scared to even mention or say anything. So let's talk about Weeby Racing. First of all, the race was freaking brilliant. It was the same course as about 2 years ago. Really didn't change anything. But that's fine because it's an awesome course. It did change a little bit on the bottom side. But anyway, mainly the same course. It was absolutely brilliant. MJ did a brilliant job on laying it out, getting it all done. The camping was better than ever this time because the water was low and there was plenty of dry camping, which was super great. But there had been enough rain that there was tons and tons of green grass everywhere, so it was really great. Conditions were amazing. It rained the day before the race. It rained a bunch months, or weeks before the race. So really not much dust except for down the lowlands. Great traction, amazing stuff. Let's talk about results because the YZ250 build, that we've been busting our butts on and working for, got its first workout this weekend with Ewan on board, and it absolutely crushed. He crushed. It was awesome. Race started. Kid got the whole shot by forever. He took off, got around, came around the first lap leading by way over a minute. It was so amazing. Bike was working great. Second lap, he came around still in front, but Calvin Williams, who races the 250C class, was coming for him, was starting to close the gap. And Calvin is stupid fast and a great kid. And good friends with my kid Ewan, so like it's fun. So Calvin caught him on the third lap, and Ewan let him by because he was definitely a little bit faster. And Ewan let him by, and then was trying to latch on, learn something, like find the speed with him. And he hit a rock, something funky with the back tire. Feet came off the pegs. His left leg went underneath the rear fender and into the wheel, and it sucked his leg into the swing arm, and big crash. Leg jammed in the thing, couldn't get it out. Laid there on the ground for quite a while till someone, Anna, I don't know if she watches this, and I can't remember, I don't know your last name, Anna, I'm really sorry, stopped, helped him yank his leg out, got back up, took off, pinned it, and still ended up second Open C, which is a big class, and third overall C. So the kid was crushing, and it was awesome. Said the bike worked perfectly. He's super happy with it. Really stoked. The hitless system, guys, was brilliant. It was perfect for that course. It was really rocky, really steep sections, loose rock. It was brilliant. So the hitless system is a massive thumbs up. I have not really ridden it much, so I will get you that report from me. The Easy Enduro says he was not very happy that next run through the pits. No, he was not. He was an angry kid after that crash. It was, oh man, he is mad. But he settled down later and had fun. Then Sean Daigle, what's happening? So then let's go to my race and my other kid's race. Thomas on his YZ with the VHM head. That's the only real change. Well, that, and we valved the suspension specifically for him and his speed. We had it valved for him before, but then with his increased speed, we revalved it and set it up even better. And then that VHM head, he did not get the whole shot. He was third in Open A off the line. 5280, it is time for him to move up a class. He's going to finish the season out, but yeah, he's probably going straight to the A class like his brother did. So Thomas, Open A, takes off, got third to the first turn. Quickly passed second, and then spent the rest of the time chasing down Zach Catton, who was running first. And Thomas freaking flew. He was on the lead lap. He got an extra lap over most of the people, including me. And he didn't lap me, thank goodness, but he got an extra lap. And absolutely crushed. Said the bike was amazing. The suspension was amazing. The motor was incredible. He was able to ride a gear higher everywhere he went. Bike worked perfectly. Zach got away from him. That's Zach's home territory. He actually helped lay out that course, help decide where the turns were and everything. So he definitely had a home field advantage. But at the end of the race, Thomas only lost by 1.2 seconds. So they were wheel to wheel coming into the finish. It was really cool. Thomas had a blast. It was super fun. My race, got the whole shot, led for maybe a minute. And I pulled over to let maybe 2 minutes. I don't know, not that long. I pulled over to let Matt Entz by because Matt Entz is a beast, and he was going way faster than me. So I let him go. Oh, and I raced the 40A class. So I let Matt go. Pat Chavez came up behind me. But I was able to keep him behind me the whole first lap. I was really proud of that because Pat's always faster than me. So that was really cool. So I settled into third, and I have problems with my hands. Like my hands go numb early in a race, and it takes a long time to calm down and let them come back. Finally, after lap 2, they started to come back, and right as that happened, I went to shift down from third to fourth, from fourth to third. Hang on, gotta turn this camera following thing off. Anyway, went to shift from fourth to third, and I didn't, and I tried to get up this hill, stalled it, and it was like crap. So I stopped. I mean, pulled over, went backwards on the course down to this flat spot. It was like, and I was just like, this sucks, and I didn't know what to do but I have a KTM, and the shifters, the way the shifter works, if that bolt backs out just a little bit, it'll spin on the shift shaft, and it's the third time it's done it, and I think the shaft is a little worn out. So anyway, had some guys on the course, some spectators, run up with a Leatherman. We tightened the thing down just enough to be able to shift it down in a third, and I took off. I pinned it, actually had two really, really good laps. I mean, really good laps. I felt great on those 2 laps, but then that's 4 laps in. I got 5 total. On my last lap, I came around heading towards the pits, and there's this big long straightaway, and just out of instinct, I shifted up, and the thing shifted. And then I realized what I had done, and I tried to shift back down. No dice. So I did the whole last lap in fourth, which was really slow, but made it, which is cool. And ended up third. When I was off the thing, everybody passed me. I caught back up, passed back up to third, 48. Ended up 28th overall, which actually I'm pretty happy with. It's definitely not where I really want to be overall, but considering my troubles, I'm pretty happy with that. And not a terrible showing anyway, but yeah. So great weekend. Thank you, EB Racing. Thank you, Jay Wild, who is a course worker and helps out. That was awesome. And Easy Enduro, it would be awesome to see him lap me, honestly. And he will. It won't be long. It ain't going to be long before that kid's lapping me. He is going to be on the pro line. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think next year. We'll probably leave him on the A line for another year. But, yeah. Kid's fast. So, anyway, it was awesome. What questions you guys have? We can talk about anything dirt bike related, racing related. I don't care. Yeah. What do you guys want to talk about? Death March, guys. By the way, I've got the loop saved, and it's around 190 miles this year. So it's going to be a big day. I'm going to be carrying gas because the KTM, I think, will do about 80, 85 miles on slow kind of riding like that is. So it'll be good. Let's see. Oh, so I just got an email from Black Rifle, so I'm going to see if I can do it. Dave Redmond said, you all did very well. We're rebuilding my top end this weekend, and hitless will be installed. Electron going away. Good move. Ditch the Electron, 100%. Get a 40 power jet for it. I talk to me later, Dave. I'll send you the part number from Rocky Mountain. You can get that. Yeah, it's whatever. The 40. I have not put it in my bikes yet, my kids' bikes yet, but that is one of the keys to making that thing work really, really good. And my kids' bikes work great. The jetting worked great anyway, but that 40 power jet works good. And my mom says we're still upright and moving, and yes, very excited about that. Actually, I feel great. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want, and if anybody is like looking and watching these videos and seeing me lose weight, I've lost a ton of weight. I feel so good. Please reach out. And like, I have no affiliation with any kind of like fitness thing of any kind, so I'm not making any money on that stuff, but I feel awesome, and I'm super psyched about how that's working out. The program is working. Don Funk, my trainer here in Montrose, has helped a ton. The Cody Webb app, which I don't know anyway, Cody Webb CW2 training app is amazing. I absolutely love that. Make sure you check that out. It is worth the subscription price 100%. Not only is the workout stuff and the skills training and the drills and all that stuff worth it, the fact that you've got access to Cody and then a whole bunch of other really, really, really good riders is one of my favorite things about it. So make sure you check that out. It's amazing. So yeah. F3 Fabrication, thank you very much. Marco Petica. I don't know how to pronounce. I gotta learn how to pronounce your last name, Marco. Morgan, do you ever try to lower seat from C concepts? What do you think about seat concepts versus guts? Marco, I think seat concepts is probably the most comfortable seat out there as far as like if I had a dual sport, like a true dual sport bike, like a KTM 500 or something like that, where I was going to sit down a lot, I would probably get a seat concept. Now, as far as racing and performance-wise, I like the gut seats better. All three of our race bikes have gut seat covers. My son Thomas's has a gut seat. Came on the bike. Oh, yeah, perfect pronounced. Good. Patika. It's awesome. So it kind of depends on what you're going to do. If you're going to do more racy performance stuff, I would go with the guts. If you're going to do more sitting down comfort thing, I would go with the seat concepts. When you change tires, this is from GVN88. When you change tires with tubes, do you use Neutron, Rabiconda, or normal stand? That is a great question. I use a normal stand. You can't see it in this. Anyway, it's over there. I use a normal tall stand, and I just use 3 tire irons, and yeah. So, yeah. I'm obviously I can use the Neutron / Rabiconda. No, you can use that just fine. But I find I don't need to like that leverage or anything like that. So for me, it's up a little higher, and it's just easier on my back. Whereas the Neutron / Rabiconda, that style moose changer, being lower helps with the leverage thing and being able to work on it harder. And like the bead breaker, it just makes more sense having the whole thing down a little bit lower. Yeah, so there. Never sit. I'm in trouble. I feel like I'm on tiptoe on the beta. Oh, Marco. So yeah, if you're on tiptoe, then I would do the lower seat. Sorry, I forgot about the lower part. Do the lower seat first. Don't lower your suspension first. Do the lower seat first, because you really want to try, if you can, keep the suspension geometry stock. If you can. I'm lowering the beta over there like 2 freaking inches, which I just think is too much, but not my bike. Anyway, we're here to help. Do whatever you want. So yeah. Okay, Easy Enduro. Can you explain really quick the clutch preload adjustment on the newer KTMs? The rig spring washer, 3 different ball. Yes. So he's talking about the big Belleville washer clutch thing. So there's not individual clutch springs. It's a big washer that is cupped like this. There we go. And when you tighten it down, it goes like this. So that preload, thank you for asking this question. So it's important, guys, to do this right. And I learned this kind of the hard way. That preload, there's a 1, 2, or 3, or X, Y, Z, depending on 4-stroke, 2-stroke. Maybe they changed them all to one version. But anyway, there's 3 positions for that. Those are not for lightening up the clutch. Sorry. That is not what they're for. Everybody thinks they were. I used to think it was. I used to say it was. I was wrong 100%. It's not what they're for. What that's for is for you to get the right amount of preload on the clutch. So this washer, I'm trying to so you can see, is cupped like this. And when you tighten it down, you want it completely flat. You don't want it concave. You don't want it convex. You want it flat. And that's what those are for. So you tighten them down. They usually come in the middle position because that's about where the clutch pack stacks up and makes it good. Because if you want it lighter, you want to either, I love the R Enduro Easy Clutch. It's expensive, $400, but it's amazing, and it works so stinking well. So I like that thing a lot. I've got it on both my Beta and my KTM, and I freaking love it. It's so good. By the way, I put the longer lever back on the KTM to make it even easier without having to put so much preload on the thing. So anyway, I'm a big fan of the R Enduro, or you can buy lighter clutch springs, and that works. So here's the deal: if you lighten it up and you make the whole thing convex, right? So you take pressure off of it. you'll get clutch slip eventually. It will happen because you're not putting enough pressure, and it's the amount of like gain, like that, laying that thing down flat, that makes the difference, right? So if you want it lighter pull, you buy a different spring and you get it flat. So that's what those are for. Anyway, do you know if Zach is having issues with his recommended chain slack on the bike? Do you know if Zach is having issues with recommended chain slack on the bike stalling out? No. Oh, Zach, I mean, my mechanic on his 24, he's had, on his 24 XC. No, he's never, I don't know what he's running for chain slack. I haven't really paid attention. This is his bike. But he is definitely not having any issues with stalling. Now, I think Kinley Lounsbury, that's a fun name. I think I've heard that the recommended chain slack is not enough on, I think it has more to do with the 4-strokes, like it'll bind up because it's not enough chain slack, their recommended amount, but because of the way the motor sits in the frame and all that. But I think it's more of a 4-stroke problem. Maybe the W's are having it too, but he must be running enough, so I'm not sure. Right on, Marco. Get a low seat. Scott Schweger, yes, you can still ask, but I can't tell you. He's asking about the rear wheel thing. I have the front. I still haven't installed the front ones. I can say, Scott, that I'm absolutely in love with that system. I don't run it. I didn't run it in the race. I don't think I'll run it in any kind of race other than like a hard enduro. Because I like when I'm racing hair scrambles, desert stuff, I like stiff tires. So, the Easy Enduro, should I actually measure chain slack? I just eyeball it on every bike I've owned. I'm with Easy Enduro on that. Eyeball the chain slack. Get it enough. Like Taco Moto makes a little tool. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're, there's a lot. So Easy Enduro, there's a lot of engineers out there. There's a lot of anal retentive people, and yes, there is a hyphen in anal retentive. My father once got a T-shirt from his secretaries that said, "Is there a hyphen in anal retentive?" Because that's my father when it comes to work. And those people, if they need to, measure it, I guess. Although it sounds like if you measure it by the book, you might be getting it wrong on the newer KTM chassis. So, Cody Roberts, eyeball that sucker. So yeah, eyeball it. Make sure there's not too much. Make sure there's enough, and let her rip. That's how I do it. So, I still do the 3-finger and make sure that that's enough, and then a little. Okay, we're good. And I've never had a chain come off in a race. I have had a chain come off in a hard enduro situation where I hit the chain guard on a big rock. I mean, I don't think anything was going to keep that from happening. It's a thing that happens. So, yeah. Guys, if you're watching and you have not yet hit the thumbs up, make sure you back out of the chat, thumbs up, and then come back in. Do it. Anyway, what other questions you guys have about dirt bikes, about life, about Jesus? We can talk about God here. This is the Gospel 2 Wheels, and yes, it's about the beauty and good news of two-wheeled life. It's also about Jesus, just so you know. Sorry to upset anybody. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. Why do you like the Moose balls over Nitro Moose? Been thinking about trying the balls. Nate Baird, you made it for a live. Nice work. So the reason I like the Moose balls over the Nitro Moose, I like the feel of the Moose balls. They're a little more squishy and dead feeling, which I like. Keeps the wheel on the ground if you're hitting things hard. The Nitro Moose is a little bouncier, so I don't like that for the way I ride. Some people like that. Some people really like that. Easy Enduro, have a good day at work. Some people like that bouncy, more air kind of feel, and that's what the Nitro Moose gives you. I like the more dead feel. I also feel like I'm getting way more life out of them, almost double the life. Feel like Nitro Moose, they tend to shrink quite a bit and over time. And yeah, you can shove wedges in there and all that stuff, but they lose the volume this way too much, so that like even though you shove wedges in there, it's still not filling the tire out that great, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, I mean, I love Nitro Moose, and I'll never say anything bad about the company because Jeff Douglas, the owner, is a good friend, and he is a giant time sponsor of me and this channel. So Jeff's great. That's why I'm testing his product in my rear and front wheels. So yeah, he's a good dude, and Nitro Mooses are great. And actually, I would like in Baja high speed desert, I'll probably run Nitro Mooses always, at least for now, because they're definitely better. Scott Schwager, have a great day. They're better at that high speed stuff. They don't like the moose balls will melt like Michelin or whatever because they're that softer material and they'll melt. So yeah, there you go for off-road enduro-y, hard enduro-y. Now you, yeah, actually hard enduro I would still not run moose balls. Like if I'm taking hard enduro seriously, like really seriously and wanting that super squishy feel, Dad, I love you. Then I would run a kind of a hard enduro specific moose or one of those Tax Pro Tech little skinny half moose. Anyway, yeah. F3 fabrication. What brand bikes will we be riding in Nepal? I don't know, actually. Great question. I will find that out. I'm not sure what brand those bikes are, but I will find out, and I'm very excited about it. I can't wait. By the way, guys, we are taking deposits for the Nepal trip. We've already got some deposits in. There's a limited number of spaces. 10 is the max. So we're not there yet. There are definitely spaces left, but we're going to cap it at 10 because I want to keep it a little more intimate adventure where we're not just a whole bunch of people. I want everybody to get to know everybody really well and have a great time. So anyway, email me, Morgan at highland-cycles.com. I'm going to put that in here if you have anything. Also, someone asked, I mean, Crook Boys Harvey Motorsport channel says, "Hey Morgan, thanks for the great content and information. Love your work. Looking good from rainy Wales in the UK." Thank you very much, Crook Boys. And I just want to say, if you guys, I got to do this, a little tiny bit of advertising. If you guys really like the content that we're producing, if you really, really want to help support us and make us grow bigger, first of all and foremost, like, subscribe, tell your friends. That's the best way possible and free. Also, if you want to be a member of the channel, that is huge. It's a monthly subscription. Cubmoto is one. He's late here, but that's Rich Pierce. He's a member. You see the little yellow thing next to his number. It means he's a member. So if you want to be a member of the channel, that helps a lot. Also, if you want to give a one-time thing here, you can do a super chat or a super sticker here on the live chat while we're doing things. I do work very, very, very hard at this. And despite what people think about influencer life, I work my ass off to try to bring you guys good content. Speaking of which, I'm really, really, really proud of the video of the race weekend. That is going to drop today at 4 o'clock. It's actually uploading as we speak to the internet. I'm going to publish it. And by the way, members will get to watch that early. This morning it will come out for them. They'll be able to watch that early. But I work really hard on it. I actually spend a lot more time filming and editing, and I mean, it's still not super polished editing wise by any means. I'm not ever probably going to be that guy unless I hire an editor, which I might try to do just to see how it turns out once. By the way, if anybody knows an editor out there that wants to help me out, I mean, I'll pay you. Hopefully it's not a big fee because I'd like to just try it once and see how it goes. Yeah, I'm interested in getting someone a whole bunch of raw footage and see what they can do with it. But anyway, all that stuff makes a big difference, guys. I really do appreciate all of it. So anyway, there you go. That's enough advertising. Oh, also use Rocky Mountain ATV link. Those guys are rad. Um, Arkansas listening here. Go Morgan, go go. I've Nep. Anyway, thank you very much. Um, Nate Baird, does TBT have any options for the beta extra forks? Yes, Nate, we do. We can definitely make them better. Nah, they're not the greatest. If you don't like, the best way to do X-Trainer forks is to replace them with KYB forks. But yes. Oh, Kinley, why not throw the TSP power valve cover on now? I am tonight. That's going on tonight. Kinley. I didn't throw it on before the race because it was so close. And I was going to wait to do, because I know I posted that I was going to do it at a top end. That's because I really needed to do a top end. I was just going to, anyway, I need to do a top end tier soon because I'm at 100, I don't know, over 150 hours on this piston. But so I was just going to, that's why I said our next top end is going to be in the next week or so. Well, it's not happening before the ride this weekend, but that's okay. So I am going to put it on. I'm also hopefully trying out a new pipe and silencer combo for this weekend for the Death March. The Ben Nicholson at First Track Motorsports is coming up with his own line of stuff. Enduro 1 is what it's called. It's Chinese. Whatever. I'm not going to dance around it. It's Chinese. But that's because he's trying to offer something affordable because things have gotten out of control. We all know that. I know someone's going to go conspiracy theory on me. Well, that's just the world anyway. But yeah. So it is what it is, right? And I like that there are options that are less money. And I think, let me just check. I just want to check something because he sent me. We've been talking about it. So it's $218 for a silencer or a pipe. Both $218. That's way better than FMF right now. FMF's $300. So it's nice to have an inexpensive option. I don't know how they work. We're going to put them on. We're going to find out. So super excited about that, guys. Hopefully that shows up today, and we can film a little bit of that on the Schlog and be ready to go. So yeah. Anyway, but back to the video dropping today. Please, guys, watch the video. Hopefully you watch it all the way in. It's 45 minutes long. It's kind of like sit down and watch an hour-long TV show, but I hope you like it. Marco Batika. God, I love your name, Marco. Please post the videos of the Death March. Same place as last year. It is not the same. It's the same basic area as last year. Actually, one of the trails will be the same. The rest of the trails will be all new for the Death March. Not I've ridden them, but it's been a long time. So yeah, super stoked. And yes, there will be videos of it all. It's gonna be great. Nate Barrett, spindy to replace, but I get it. It's such a fun and playful bike. I hate to replace it. Right, Nate? So that's the thing. Don't get rid of the bike. That bike is a good bike. It's kind of like, I don't know. The suspension they put on it sucks. Let's just be honest. I think you can agree with me. Even for a slow rider, like a really, really slow rider, it's okay for a little bit. But as soon as you get a little bit comfortable on it, the suspension sucks. So Marco knows. He had one. He got rid of it. Got an RR. So, or a race. I think he got a race, right, Marco? So yeah, he did. So yeah, it's they Beta sells the kit for the. I mean, it's expensive, but dude, such a cool bike, such a neat bike, and then you get good suspension on it, and it gets really fun. So, would you try a Lex pipe from Rocky Mountain? Yes, 100%. I would try a Lex pipe. In fact, my son, I forgot to mention that. I should have like a little quick tag. My son on his YZ250 with the hit list is running a Lex pipe, and he loves it. Says the bike runs great. So. Yeah, I would run a Lex on my KTM, but Lex doesn't make a pipe for the TBIs yet. And yeah, so I think, and that's, by the way, that's why Ben Nicholson is charging ahead with the Enduro 1 pipes because Lex isn't making the TBI and he's not making beta stuff, or I don't know, they. So yeah, they're just not making the stuff. Hopefully they will someday, but it's not there yet. So he's getting after it and trying to make something for it. So Yeah, Marco said X-Trainer shocks are ridiculous. He returns the bike after a single season. And yeah, and Marco started off, I would say, started off a beginner. He's gotten so much better because he's been pushing hard, and he's a fit, athletic gentleman. So wasn't going to take him long to get better anyway. But the X-Trainer immediately started holding him back, so he got rid of that thing and got himself a race. So Nate Bear says, that's where I'm at. Keep it and upgrade the suspension or sell it in place of an RR. So that's a good, I mean, Nate, it's going to be way cheaper probably to replace the suspension, upgrade the suspension, because X-Trainers don't sell for tons of money. They do actually okay because they're such a good like entry levels, like smaller bike. But yeah, it's probably going to be cheaper to upgrade the suspension. And honestly, the motor is an RR motor. So you'll end up with a small but good performing bike instead of a small, horribly suspended bike versus a race, which, in my opinion, Nate, the new races, to be comfortable in the really rocky stuff, you need to revalve the suspension. It's just stiff. And we help Marco a lot with the counter shocks. Made a big difference, right, Marco? You can chime in on that. That helped a lot. But to me, our races need valving, so that's $1,000 or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, it's a tough decision. I think the X-Trainers are cool when you get the right stuff. Yeah, Nate, if aggressive and fast, get an RR, 100%. Let's see. I'd like to know your opinion on Vortex 10 map ECUs. Looking for. Dev, he's asking about ECUs for 500 EXC Vortex. The ECU, the physical part, doesn't matter, right? The physical part doesn't make any difference because, I guess it can hold 10 maps or like whatever. You're not going to use 10 maps. You probably get on 2 and have a switch to go between 2, and that's probably all you're going to do once you get them dialed in. I mean, a 10 map, it's nice because whatever. Anyway, the part doesn't matter. It's the map that they put in it. And I don't know who you're thinking about getting a map from. I don't know if Vortex makes a map. But my personal opinion is that Takamoto has done the most research and has produced, in my opinion, the best maps for a 500 I have ever ridden in my entire life. We installed, he uses Get ECUs, I think. Yeah, he uses Get ECUs to map. With a 2 switch, and it holds a bunch of maps too, and you can go online, you can Bluetooth into it and all that stuff. So I rode one. It's the best performing 500 I've ever ridden. We put it on there. He has the 2 maps, one real kind of mellow map, and then one just stupid fast map. Put an exhaust on it, deleted all the emission stuff, and it was the most fun 500 I've ever ridden. I'm sure the Vortex is good. It's just that Mike has chosen Get for his platform, and that's what I would go with. Just out of curiosity, he says, come on, cool. How many extra ounces of oil is allowable, standard, or okay not to worry about? What do you mean on oil? For what oil? Come on. Transmission oil, 2-stroke oil, fork oil, I don't know. 52A James said, I finally repacked my 24 silencer, used FMF 2-stroke packing, spooge dramatically reduced, even compared to new OEM packing. Had used 2 packs to fill the can, though. Yeah, 5280 James. So here's a little secret. Next time, buy the 4-stroke performance packing. It's the same packing, but in a bigger package. And I think it'll cost you less. Yeah, countershock's great difference. Nate Bear, C-Class at best. So I would do, Nate, get the KYB upgrade for your X-Trainer, and you will be so happy. Nick Kupek, good morning, coming from the hated Bayou Front Range. I do hate the Front Range. I've become such a lover of this small town. I love it so much. And we're not even that small. But yeah. Kenneth Keller, driving listening. Right on, dude. Any experience with the new Triumph Moto 250F F3? No, but I really want to ride one. man, I want to ride one of those bikes. I'm not a big 4-stroke guy, and definitely not a 254-stroke guy. Even though I've lost weight, I am too big for a 254-stroke. I also live at way too high of an elevation for a 254-stroke. I would rather, honestly, quick side note, I would rather ride a 125 2-stroke than a 250F. Even though they compete in the same class, the 250F probably has a little more power. Well, definitely has a little more power. Definitely more torque. I don't know. Me and ringing out 4-strokes, not a thing. Like, I don't know. I know guys do it and they bounce them off the rev limiter and all that stuff. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to try one again. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I would rather just ring a freaking 2-stroke motor out. Oh, come on. 4-stroke engine oil. 0.69 liters with filter online. I got a new manual that says 0.67 liters. Oh, that does not matter. That amount, that 0.02 of a liter, doesn't make a freaking bit of difference. Come on. I would go with the 0.69. A little more is okay. A lot more can cause problems, although I've never seen it like blow seals out and cause real big problems, but I've seen it blow oil out the breather, make a mess. But a little more oil is always good, in my opinion. And someone's going to argue with that, but I don't care. Guys, again, if you're watching, you have not yet, hit the thumbs up. You got to back out of the chat, close the chat down, hit the thumbs up, and then go back into the chat. What other question, guys? We're going to run this thing. Run it up to about 8 o'clock because that's one reason I'm starting them early is I can do that and still go home and get some breakfast. And yes, I am so blessed. I live that close to the shop. I can run home, I have breakfast, and come back. It's glorious. Another reason I don't love the front range. I guess I could do that in the front range, but I have to live I don't even know where I have to live to do that on the front range. And those of you not from Colorado, the front range is everything like Denver, Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, that whole eastern side of the mountains. We are on the western slope. That's the eastern slope. I don't know why they call it the front range, except for maybe because back in the day when white people were coming across the continent and they hit that was the front range. That was the first part of the mountains coming from the plains. That was the front side to them because they were coming from the east. That's the only thing I can figure. But anyway, so that's the front range, full of lovely people, but it's just too many lovely people for me. Speaking of X trainers, there's one sitting here. I love this link thing. Let's see. There's one. There's an X trainer right there, folks, that is going up for sale because the gentleman got too fast for it. Yeah, it just X trainers are. I mean, once you, who was it? Baird. Once you get the suspension dialed, it's a good bike. And then, like I said, the motor is amazing. You put a real pipe on them, and they're great. And I don't know if you've got a real pipe on yours, Nate, but if you get a normal RR pipe on that thing, it will make a massive world of difference. An Angry Moose says, hey, good morning. What are your thoughts on flywheel weights versus weighted flywheels? From Manitoba, Canada. Right on. So the effect obviously is the same, weighted flywheel or flywheel weight. I don't really have a lot of thoughts except for that a weighted flywheel just is going to cost more, and so you got to pay more for it, which that's not awesome. Paying more money is always crappy. But the upside to a weighted flywheel is that it's been done professionally somewhere else and balanced and good, and it's not ever going to come apart, especially if they welded it and did a good job, or however they did it. So that's nice about it. Flywheel weights, I have seen them come loose. Like the Steely ones seem to be super dirt. Like they never come loose. I've never seen a Steely come loose. I've seen a few others. I don't even know how many others are out there anymore. Back in the day when I was running flywheel weights on my YZ, I forget. I got them from different places, and it was they were fine. But I have seen those come loose. I never had one come loose on mine, so I'm sure it's an installation issue. But anyway, so either way, Angry Moose. But flywheel weights are great if you like that. There you go. More options than flywheel weights. There you go, Dave Redmond. So yeah, you could theoretically buy a bunch of weights, or buy one, buy a little bit different, things like that on a flywheel weight. if you have a lathe, you can buy the heaviest flywheel weight and slowly shave material off of it and get it lighter. But yeah. Zach Farkash, you bet. Thanks for the buffalo packing. Dude, that's awesome. Zach, I wish you were buffalo packing so badly, right? That's awesome. And 5280 James, I miss Denver of the 80s. I was in Oklahoma in the 80s, and I miss a lot of things about the 80s. What I don't miss, though, is and I wasn't riding dirt bikes back then, but I don't miss the ancient suspension and bikes, man. The new stuff is so good. Nick Kupek, I wish I could live in the Junction Fruta area. Love it over there. Too poor to move anywhere in the state anymore. Yeah, Nick. Oh, God, that's true. I am so grateful that I moved here a very long time ago. Ruth and I moved to Gunnison in 99, and then Montrose in 08, and yeah. Oh, Cody Roberts, I agree. Montrose traffic is starting to resemble Denver. It's starting to have times, right? Like before, Montrose was kind of the same traffic all the time, and a little bit of a bump here or there. Now it's starting to be 5 o'clock. There's freaking rush hour traffic, which Montrose is getting busy. It's unfortunate, but it's happening. It's good for me as a business. It's not good for me as a human, but fortunately, I live out of town on the north side of town, and that's where my shop is. So I go days and days without going downtown, which is glorious. And then if I want to, I just go when I want to. I try not to do it very often because it sucks. Yeah. So, all right. What else, guys? What else do we want to talk about? Oh, and I'll just touch on Angry Moose. The clutch weight option. That's another option for bikes. Not every bike, but at least KTM Austrian bikes have clutch weight, and I think some other ones do too. It does not make as big of a difference as the flywheel weight, so you got to put more weight on the clutch to get the same effect. But it is a nice, very easy install. And you can't screw it up, especially KTM ones. You cannot foul it up. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I should never, as a mechanic, I should never say that. People foul things up all the time. But it's really hard to foul it up. And the clutch weight works. That's what I'm running on my KTM. Smiley Hansen made it. Good morning. Let's see. I moved from Gunnison to Denver a few years ago, and it looks like we might be moving to Missoula, Montana soon. Hoping it means more dirt bikes. David Decaus, I will tell you, have you been to Missoula? Because Missoula is freaking crazy time. We go there every year to fish, and we love it as a vacation spot. And downtown is hopping and fun, and there's college and all that. But man, oh man, Missoula, Montana is busy, and our guys, we've always hire fishing guides because we need boats to fish those rivers. And anyway, I don't have a boat, nor do I want to drive one up there. But so we hired guides, and one of my favorite things one of our guides said was the best thing about Missoula is that it's 15 minutes from Montana. So it's not as bad. Cody Roberts, still not as bad as where I live in Southern California. Yeah, no kidding. So Jay Wild, where are you at from Oklahoma? I'm from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. F3 fabrication. Elk hunting starting soon. Yes, it is. Very soon for my kid and me. I'm going to help him. He drove. I lost my mind. He drew a muzzleloader tag. So next weekend, he starts hunting elk in the heat, which is, it's good because the elk should be still in rut and bugling and hopefully a little easier to get too close to because they're too busy paying attention to the ladies. But the downside is if we kill one, we got to pack that meat fast. So next week starts that hunt, and then I have a hunt in November. Second rifle, whatever. I got to figure that out. Second rifle, so super excited about that. Really excited. We need to shoot some elk because we don't have a cow this year to butcher because my kid raised a steer and a heifer, and he bred the heifer to hopefully make more heifers and more steers and all that. Anyway, he's trying to grow a herd of cows, which is awesome. Sold the steer at the 4-H auction, so we don't have a steer to butcher this year, which is a bummer because I like them. They taste so good when they come from my field. F3, super excited about hunting, I can't wait. Honestly, yeah, that's good. I got all tingly, so excited. David Decals, never been to Missoula, so it's not as busy as Denver, but dude, I'm telling, it's smaller than Denver, but I'm telling you, dude, it's busy. It's awesome. Looking at property out of town anyways, so it might work out. And David, Missoula is amazing. I'm not taking anything. It's so much better than Denver, a billion times better than Denver. Like, whatever. And it's close to, you're really close to like some really cool parts of Idaho for riding, which is awesome. So yeah, Missoula is a really, really, really cool town, but I've grown so used to this small Western Slope that, yeah, it'd be hard to leave. I'd have to go to, I don't know where I'd have to go. Pinedale, Wyoming or something like that. Dude, 52A James coming in with a great comment. Haven't seen Sander sandwiches yet, so if you were a dirt bike part, what would you be? That's a great, by the way, Sander Sandwiches is a guy who usually joins us. He must be busy this week. He's one of my favorite commenters because he's got great questions. But now 52A James is coming in clutch. And speaking of clutch, I don't know. I think I would go with a clutch. Because I like to think I hold things together. My family, my business, racing, things like that. I feel like, at least let's put it this way. I would want to be a clutch because we're binding two things together. In the motorcycle, it's an engine and transmission. Hopefully in life, it's all the things and dirt bikes, holding those together. Zach Farkas, thank you for making me laugh with the buffalo packing, because that makes me. I don't know. By the way, I am listening to Lonesome Dove, so there's Buffalo Hunter. Anyway, that's great. So, Smiley Hansen, NENHHA. I think I put an extra H in there. Racing in 2025. Yes. I don't know when, but I'm going to make it happen. I don't know about the first round because it's always so gnarly. I really want to bring my kids. And they would do, I don't know, they might do just fine. I mean, they're great at the hard stuff. I just don't know racing that hard. I don't know. Screw it. Let's make them do it. Yes, I will. I'm going to make it happen. I don't know how. I financially, that's a thing. I got to work on that. But, because we're doing so many other cool things that are costing money. So, yeah. David Decals, yes. Gunnison is I was there 9 years and it was glorious. Husa Islander, right on. Punk Rock Club, guys, I'm going to have to shut this thing down so I can go make some breakfast. Thank you very, very much, everyone, for being here. And thank you to all my members. Smiley Hansen's one of them, 58 James, Dave Brayman, Jay Wild, all the guys who are members of the channel. Thank you so much. Sea Fleas, may Jesus bless us all. Yes, please, please, please. God, please bless us. We need your help in everything we do. We need your guiding light, and that's the only reason I'm even still here. So, Punk Rock Club, you guys come in with your rock and roll signs. I'm going to answer one more question here, Angry Moose. Do you have a favorite place you like riding when you're out of your home state? Yes, Idaho is my favorite out of state right now. I absolutely love it. So, Nate Barrett, great. Hello, Dirt, Jared. Missed it, but we'll watch later. Right on, do it. Right on, guys. I love you so much, Punk Rock Club. You know I love you the most. I love you more than I love other people. That's all there is to it. It's just I play favorites. That's how it is. But I love each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. God bless every one of you. And I hope you get out, spread the gospel of two wheels, because we need more dirt bikers in this world, because dirt bikers are better people. And as always, I desperately hope that what we're doing here is inspiring you guys to work on, but more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes!